everybody, it's me, Jenny, and today I am coming at you with the basics of stamping. Now, some people might think this is a little redundant and they don't understand why I would do this. First of all, it was requested, but above and beyond that, I wish I had a video I could have followed that was very simple and to the point, because I know when I started stamping, I didn't know a thing. And I was so confused, like, okay, I got this. What do I do with it? Like, something that's so natural and simple to you and I now is not that natural and simple to somebody who is just starting. And I have a very dear friend who has been planning her whole life but would like to start crafting. So, hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to turn down my TV. It was blaring. I don't even know if you heard it. So anyway, so now what I'm going to start with first is stamping blocks. So these acrylic things right here, they're all different sizes, are stamping acrylic blocks. And these are fantastic for stamps like this and clear cling stamps like this. Now you don't need a block if you're using one of these stamps, like the wood stamps, and we'll get into all of that. So what I have right now are the stamping blocks, and I have 3 different kinds of stamps so that you can see, okay? And then we have, now I don't know about you guys, but I love going to Walmart or what do you call it, Tuesday Morning, and you get the cards that are like already kind of pre-made and scored like this, so that you can just fold it and you have a card. Like, you don't have to worry about cutting out a piece of paper, measuring it, then scoring it, then folding it. I mean, you can do that, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I can be lazy sometimes, and I like the easy way. And I also thought for this video, it would be good to show that, you know, this is the simple part. You just, you just get it like this, and then you can decorate it and do what you need to do. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you, how to apply the stamp to the block. So for this, we're going to do a border, and these are called a border stamp. Okay, and then this is the long one, so I thought this would be, you know, perfect for the stamp. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull off the one you want. So today we're going to do, let's do your very special. We'll do a couple different ones. And listen, when you get a new one and it's really hard to pull off, it's normal. Do not panic, because that was the other thing I remember when I first started stamping, trying to get the stamp off and then trying to get the other piece of the plastic off. I thought I was going to rip it, kill it, and destroy it. But you don't do that. So don't panic too much, because it'll work out in the end. So what you do is you just place that on your block, okay? And let me put the paper behind it so you can see. All right, and then you turn it over. Now, when you go to stamp, obviously this is way too long for the card where you want to put the border, right? So in order to avoid getting it everywhere, underneath here I have one of those dollar store mats. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. It's a here we go, a chopping mat. Okay, and I got this at the dollar store. It's two for $1, which is fantastic. Set of 2, flexible. And what that does is I taped it to my board, so when I'm using ink, as long as it's not permanent ink or like alcohol markers or something, I could just take a wipey and just wipe it away and it's fine. But if you don't have that and you can't get it, your other best bet, and let me move this out of the way, guys, sorry. Your best bet is just to put a piece of paper down so that if you go over the paper, it doesn't get on anything and it doesn't ruin it. So you have your paper here, right? Now you're going to take your ink. Oh, and that's the other thing. This is fantastic for stamping images, words, you name it. It's fantastic. You get into the problem when you want to do alcohol inks and stuff like that. But since this is just strictly stamping, and we're not getting too into it, this really is a fantastic ink. It's very vibrant, and it's very black, and it really is just a great ink. So I would strongly suggest that this is one you find. You can find it in Michael's, Joann's, really anywhere will have it. So you take your now that it's on here, okay, it's on this side, you turn it around, and always make sure that when, because I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but the other thing is, always make sure that when you put this down, the smooth side is down on the acrylic block. So like the raised side is up because that's the part you want to ink and that's the part you want to stamp. Okay. I know that sounds crazy and you're probably laughing your butt off going, well, duh. Let me tell you how many times I still do that sometimes, like not paying attention. And then I stamp it and I'm like, why is it just a black blob? Well, that would be why. Okay. So you take your stamp and you just put it in your ink. Now you don't have to use the whole thing if you know exactly, you know, where you're going to be stamping and where it will end. So you just kind of press it in, not too hard, just enough. And you kind of like dab, 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 dab. Move your ink out of the way. Okay. I hope I'm in frame. And then you're going to take it and you're going to stamp it. Sorry, guys. You're going to stamp it where you want it at the edge. So you just put it down, hold it for a few seconds. You can apply pressure, you know, in the middle to make sure you get it. And then you just lift it up. And then look. That's part of your border. Now, you can do the top, so you do it again. You take your stamp, you put it back in the ink. Okay, we're just going to do the middle part because we know we don't need the sides. Okay, so you're going to do that. Oh, see? And be careful that you don't get the ink all over the place. But since this is just to show you how to do it, it's, oh, sorry. It's okay because, you know, this is just going to be thrown away because I screwed it up. So make sure you don't do what I just did and stamp right next to the card, but I'm trying to show everything. Now, if you wanted, you can even take it and go down this way and then this way, and this way you have a full border. But for right now, I'm just showing you, and I'm going to use this to stamp a lot of things. Now, the next thing you need to know is cleaning it. There are stamp chamois out there that you can buy. There is stamp cleaner you can buy. I use wipies, right? Why not? But now I will tell you, the problem with wipies is, and I'm going to show you, you take a wipe and you just, you know, gently wipe it off. But what happens is with wipies, or at least most wipies I've ever used, there's like, I don't know how to explain it, like little fibers maybe that come off and it's not that clean. So I watched a video and they told me that this thing from Walmart, it was like $5 maybe, and you get a huge thing that you can use that. So what I do is I cut a big piece, and as you can see, I've used, it's well used. As you can tell, I probably need a new one. You wet it and you wring it out so it's nice and damp, not dripping wet. You just want it damp. And then use this to clean your stamp. There's nothing that gets left behind. There's no fibers. There's no nothing. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll use both. So what I do is use the wipey like I just did, and then go over it real quick and just wipe it away with this. And then that takes the fiber off. Why I use the wipey with this, I don't know, because this is perfect to use on its own. And you have it forever because this is such a huge piece. And you just need little pieces that you can cut off and you can use the piece forever. So there's another suggestion for cleaning. So now you take your stamp off, just peel it off. Okay. We'll put this over here and you put it, you know, back on your thing. And again, you face it smooth side down. You always want the rise side up with the other stamps. So there's one. Okay, so that's how you do that one. Now we're gonna do a Gorgeous Girl stamp. So now I don't need this long one, right? I can use this one because and I could put her catty corner. I don't know why I like this one, but this is one of my favorite blocks. Oh, let me show you. Sorry, I thought it was in frame. So you take it. Now this has like a sticky side to it. So you just put it down on the block and you kind of push it on so it doesn't fall off. So now it's not going to come off. Okay. Now there's a couple things you can do. You can take it, stamp it in the VersaFine, right? And just make sure that you have the whole thing covered. And as you can see, I do. All right. Now you can just stamp it directly on your card wherever you may want it. All right. So you just hold it down with pressure just for a few seconds. And then you pull it up. Now, because this is a colored cardstock, I mean, you can definitely color it in. The only problem is your colors, and these are just Prisma colored pencils. So yeah, I mean, it could work. Again, this is sloppy coloring just to show you. So you can color it on it, or you could just leave it, the black print is fine. But what most people and myself do is I will stamp it, okay? I'll stamp it out on white paper, white cardstock, okay? Leave it down for a few seconds and then pick it up. So now you have your image, right? So now this is the image cut out. Ah, I did it off camera so I could save some time. So anyway, this is the image off camera. So now you can take this, you can color it, you know, color it in, do any colors, and colored pencils are perfect to use with the VersaFine ink. So you can do it that way. And then what you do is when you're ready and it's all colored in the way you want it, you can take a piece of tear tape and put it on the back, or you can use your gun, like your little tape runner gun, tape it up, and then you just tape it down on the card where you want it. And it's all done, and then you can, you know, do your background, and then you've just made a beautiful card. And then the inside, you can take it and write something or just do a sentiment. So this is going to be part 1. I didn't realize this part was so long already. So give me a little bit and I will come back with part 2. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.